Hey guys, this is Josh once again coming in with another mock review, and today we're going to be looking at Pohatu Delta, which is a combination mock of both Pohatu, Master of Stone, and the Protector of Stone. So without any further delay, let's swat a damn fly out of the way and get started with the weapon, of course, or rather, stupid thing, both weapons. If I can pull his little dagger off real quick. Alright. First off, we're going to start off with the gun, which, if everybody remembers the Tahu Omega gun, this one is instantly miles better, mainly because it actually can fire. I mean, the Tahu Omega gun could fire, but you had to spin the barrel itself, which honestly just felt like a waste of time and could have been implemented much better. But this one, you show, if I could get it to spin, there you go. There's one pellet fired, and I'm not gonna fire another one ever again. But yeah, this one can actually fire, and because of Pohatu in his Generation 2 mode, how he is more of a wastelander instead of a Toa of Stone. And I don't want to drop the gun, but how everybody on the stone for like Protector of Stone and Toa of Stone, they both have that Wastelander feel. This kind of gun feels like it belongs with him, and I like it. As for his little dagger, it's a little dagger, and this actually is a good way for his gear function, which once again this time barely works. I don't know if it worked good on Tahu because I didn't have an excuse to use it, but here you can just do this. It's a little sword. Honestly, there's not much to say about that one other than having him fall over. But let's reattach his sword real quick, and there we go. Fold that up, and here we go for Pohatu, Pohatu Delta. Go away, you damn fly. Not editing that out, but I'm going to let you guys know that there's a fly. But alright, onto the toy itself. So for articulation, he has one, okay, I'm moving the mask, one in the head. I guess you can call the little wings 2 points of articulation each, if you want. I mean, usually you're going to leave them like that, but hey, technically it's articulation, so cut through the transformation. But then there's just 2 in the shoulder, or 1, 2, 3 in the arms, and then 1 in the hip, 1 in the knee, and then having hiccups all of a sudden. Better not review or you know what I mean. And then 1 in the foot, but since his foot is actually made of armor, that gives him another point of articulation, because now you can have the foot just pivot right there, and then if you want to have like a crazy pose, you can. Or you're not going to get many crazy poses out of this, but like you can have it like that, and it won't work apparently, but if you can get it to work, then it will work and it will look good. So that's 4 in the legs. So that leaves you with a grand total of, I don't know, because I suck at math and I'm not about to do math right now. But yeah, so this guy, he looks pretty awesome compared to Tahu. Tahu was big, bulky-ish, and had that leader feel. He had this grand feel, but Pohatu here has this kind of meh, like, I don't give a fuck kind of look. He's just like, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kick you, and I'm not going to feel sad or bad about it at the end of the day. And that's cool, because it's great to have these characters as these mocks feel different, like the actual Toa and Protectors feel different from one another. which is a good thing I liked about Dr. Scorpion's, or Dr. Scorpion X's mock of these guys. They are all different still in the end, and that's good. But there's one thing different from, okay, I'm getting lost in my words, I'm sorry. Pohatu Delta shares does not continue the trend of the Protector of Stone and the Toa of Stone. We're having both sides not match, unless you want to count the little sword, but that's only due to it not being able to fit behind the little backpack part. Technically, it's a back part. I don't know. But other than the sword, which I don't count because that's a weapon, this guy is symmetrical on all sides, or his sides match. So that's kind of a disappointment, but I'm not going to lose much sleep over it. Now, onto the pros itself. The color scheme, other than the gold mask, because I know there's people out there for some reason who complain about these masks and go, there's no other gold on him, it doesn't match. But honestly, other than not really pop that off for now. We'll just pretend it don't exist. The color scheme on this guy matches up perfectly. You got light green, you got gray, some black for like under the armor and stuff. You got orangish brown. It all matches up perfectly. Minus the red pins that I know for some reason people bitch about, and I honestly don't care. And I don't think there are any blue pins on. Wait, yeah, there's some blue pins, but like I said, I don't lose sleep over that. I don't know why people complain about that. But pop the mask back on correctly. But the pros, it looks good. It's cool. It has a good gear function, unlike Tahu Omega. But then again, okay, Tahu Omega did have the swords that you could swing, but I never used that because I just thought it looked, I just had a hard time pulling the swords off. But he has the gear function and it actually works. Good, think. And he has a gun that fits him perfectly. Honestly, I don't know why every bioformer has to have a gun, but who cares? Science. But onto the cons for this part of the mock. What makes this guy not special and you wouldn't want to build him? Well, for starters, as I said before, his feet is actually made of armor and somebody's hands. I guess they might be the protectors. I don't know. They both look the same. But the feet themselves are made of armor, and my little brother actually a few weeks ago knocked Pohatu over and for some reason was not able to get him to stand back up thanks to how his feet are built. So thanks to this foot combination or this foot build, he is hard to stand up at times. I'm getting lucky as of now, right now. But that's also because I've had this build for many months and know how to stand him up and everything. But other cons, this back piece, I don't know if I can call this a con or not, but this ain't a con. Sorry. Cut. No, I'm not cutting. I make this as lazy as possible. Yeah, I don't have many cons with this guy. Okay, the gold mask. Here's cons from other people, I guess. The gold mask breaks up the entire color scheme, but then again, so does the yellow wheel and these little yellow bits in the gun, so yeah, that breaks up the color scheme a bit. The red pins and blue pins, I know people bitch about that, so that can be a con. His sword is kind of useless because it just sits there unless somebody actually decides to use that as a for the gear function. So there's that. And one thing I have noticed, thanks to these shoulder pads for the wings, his head will not be able to move that much because you have to have them Well, I have them usually tucked away behind the chest armor, and that causes them to be in the way of the head, so your head articulation gets limited because of these. But other than that, the cons on this guy is not really that many. Alright, but this is a bioformer, so of course now we have to transform him and see how cool he looks in vehicle mode. So we're going to pull the wings down a bit, flip the head around, and the head itself I actually have a hard time trying to figure out how he's supposed to have it. I believe it's supposed to be like this. I'm not sure, don't quote me on this. But then you'll fold the wings up, or the shoulder limbs up, and then have them like this, pop the wings all the way out, pull the arms. Actually, you need the gun in there, my bad. One of the only bioformers that actually has to have the gun in his hand. And then you will pull this armor down, flip it around, and spin the sword a bit so it can be right about there. You can tell. I think I'm having some issues because this is a Lego thing trying to be a transformer. Fold the legs all the way up, and then pull the arms down, spin the arm around, pull the hands in, do the same on this side, but pull the gun in. And what you'll do, tab them together, and it should fit perfectly there, like so. And then for the legs, because this is also the reason why the legs are built this way, you can have these tabbed together thanks to a little connector port, not pop the mask off. That's another thing I don't like. We'll get into the vehicle cons after a bit. And then you'll flip the feet around to, I guess, to form like mini jets, if anything. Pull them down, push everything together so it fits. And Pohatu is okay. Okay, there we go. Pohatu Delta in his vehicle mode. And compared to the last vehicle, this one actually looks a lot better. It's a lot more compact as of that one. Everything feels like it fits properly, minus these arms, but whatever. And it looks pretty cool. And I'm saying and a lot. I'm sorry. But the wings are pretty cool. The little, how his legs fold over and make little thrusters is kind of cool. I guess the sword can be like a little cockpit, maybe? I don't know. And on top of that, the gun still can function properly. So that's pretty cool for the positives, I guess. For the negatives, alright. His head is right down here. I don't know if I'm transforming the head wrong or something, but I've had this mask pop off tons of times on this figure while having him in this vehicle mode for whatever reason. Because I usually leave these guys in robot mode, but and thanks to his head being there, he actually has a hard time just sitting there. Like, just a simple tap and he'll fall over. But I guess you can have him like, no, you can't have him like that. Another con would be that the wings themselves don't really... Shut up! Stupid ass dogs. Of course they have to try and ruin this. I mean, there's not many that cons. The biggest con was the head itself, because the mask constantly pops off sometimes when you're just having him in vehicle mode. But other than that, I've not really noticed too many bad things about this guy. I mean, for play value, it's cool. You can have these little wings just do that, I guess. And the back backstory kind of thing that Dr. Scorpion X said for this guy was that you can have him make sandstorms with his wings doing this. So there's that, I guess. And you can still shoot the gun. So there's play value in this alt mode. So, like I said, there's not many bad things about this. Not many good things, but it's still a good option. And does add for more play value for this kind of stuff. If kids want to build this and have more fun than with Pohatu and the Protector Stone, they can do that. If a collector looks at this and went, this looks pretty cool, I might buy more sets and build this. This makes me think, or I feel like they will not be disappointed in this. So, at your own leisure, I guess. Okay, so to transform him back, we will give him back his left hand the gun, because that's how it is in the video. If you want it in his right hand, I don't care. I'm just doing it how the video has it. But you split the hands apart, and then you will fold the feet back. Untab them, and yep, there we go. Untab, flip over. You'll fix the feet real quick. Fold the foot. And then make sure everything's forward. Fold that, or push that sword aside. Flip the back armor and pull it up. And it will kind of tab in there. Then for the arms, just spin them accordingly. Fix them up. Then for the wings, just pull them out of the way. Spin the head around. Pull them back. Flip the little feet things forward. And fold the wings, and you're done. Let's give him his epic pose. I think, whatever. Pohatu Delta. Is he good? Is he bad? Let me know in the comments below. I personally gave you my opinions. I think he's a good MOC. I think people will enjoy this guy. And I think my camera should not be syncing. Whatever. Yeah. Pohatu Delta. A good MOC from good sets. I'll see you next time with Gali Gama.